Like that? More like that?
Yes. And the nose. It was flatter.
Flatter? All right. Not bad. That?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah?
It's incredible. I had no idea you could sketch like this.
Oh, well, you know, me, a wealth of useless talents. It's just that this is the first time my doodling has ever amounted to anything.
Listen, we're going to have to ask you that you can keep this completely confidential. The man that you described is under investigation for malpractice. So if we were to verify that this was the man, then we would have to get my husband another physician. So if you would be so kind as to not tell anybody that we've been asking you questions.
Sure.
If you can think of anything else.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this face, but did you hear this guy in particular or the other guy speak or talk? How'd they sound? I mean, did they ask this ambulance driver where they were going, any directions?
Yeah, the doctor did. But it was in some language I couldn't understand.
Arabic?
I don't know.
That's okay. Thanks for your help, really. And I hope we can depend on you not to say anything to anybody about this.
Absolutely. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Well, I tell you, it would have been nice if you could have gotten this to Michael before he left.
Yeah, well, he'll see it soon enough.
What is this you were talking about, these guys speaking Arabic? What's that got to do with anything? You don't think they took Cruz out of the country, do you?
I don't know what to think.
I drink with my friends.
You gain nothing by refusing me, Castillo. How do you expect to keep up your strength?
And what does that matter to you?
There's a very interesting story behind that.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath since you still haven't kept your first promise to me, which was, I believe, to tell me your name.
Omar Mustafa Kamal, Pasha of Kharif.
Uh-huh. Am I supposed to know where that is? You'll forgive me, Omar. I left my atlas at home.
I take it you've not traveled to North Africa before.
Well, I don't know. Is there a Club Med near here?
I am familiar with that organization. Vacation club, yes? Men in flowery shirts, women in skimpy attire. Very amusing joke.
So how come you're not laughing?
Perhaps when I've had some wine, I'll be more inclined to levity. Are you sure you won't join me? You're afraid I poisoned it, aren't you? Pity.
No, that didn't cross my mind. If you wanted me dead, I'd have been history when your advance man threw the first punch. You obviously want me alive. So we can talk about the talisman?
However did you guess?
Just lucky, I suppose. So, Pasha, don't tell me. That's a Turkish word, isn't it?
That's correct. I am Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of my nation. Pasha is my military title.
Despite the fact that the term was abolished some 30 or so years ago, it was stricken as an official rank according to both Turkish and Egyptian law.
You're very well informed.
But you still call yourself Pasha, even though no one else recognizes you as such?
Those who need to recognize it do so. I believe in tradition, Castillo, as my grandfather was called, so shall I be. Customs don't change with these petty laws men write.
A philosopher. How lucky can I get?
Yes, it was my major field of study at Harvard. That and history of Native American culture.
That answers my next question.
Which was?
What does a Turk living in North Africa know about the Sakit Indians of North America?
Very few people are students of the Sakit tribe. But I found them fascinating. Fascinating enough for a doctoral dissertation. Catch.
But there's such a small group, Omar. There's so few of them left.
Yes, but their customs are remarkably intact. Other tribes have their legends, but none so vivid as that of the Sakit stone.
You believe in it?
Would we be here having this discussion if I did not?
Well, then you ought to know that the stone is supposed to be passed on, not stolen.
How is it a theft if you never wanted it to begin with? You tried to rid yourself of it initially. Can you deny this is true?
So you've been having me watched for a long time.
I had to know if the power of the shaman could be passed down to someone who was not born into the core of the tribe. When I saw your abilities were enhanced, I thought mine also could be enhanced. I was mistaken.
Your abilities? I have no idea what you are talking about. I took that stone out of respect for the man who gave it to me. I never thought it would make me different from other men.
Then you are very short-sighted, my friend. Or like so many Americans, you're skeptical of anything that smacks of the mystical. I am not so prejudiced. I remain objective. I can see that your abilities were enhanced when you had this stone. You are strong in its presence, and you are seriously diminished in its absence. Can you deny this is true?
I have no proof of that. And even if I did, I wouldn't abandon my life to some unseen force. I have control of my future, and I like it that way, thank you.
Control of your future? Is that why you're here? I'll tell you why you're here. You're here because I have the stone, and without it, you are at the mercy of all you refuse to understand.
And if you understand it so well, why doesn't it work for you?
What I understand and what I command are two very separate matters.
So you think you can keep me around here and order me to use the stone as you see fit? I'd like to see you try, pal.
I didn't believe you'd be cooperative, especially not on a long-term basis. But enough talk. You're tired, you've had a long journey. Let me see if I can do something to revive you. These are my wives. As they are mine, they are also yours. Or to put it in a more vulgar fashion, help yourself. Have you ever had such a richness of beauty to choose from? These enchantresses beg for nothing more than to be yours for a night. Or as many nights as you desire. Take your time, Castillo. Such a decision should be savored.